team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets it to Addison. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2nd and 3. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Got to give their offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator, because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit him with a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a 1st down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
And he's going to use his legs here. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more, as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Carolina defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team from last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him, because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
That throw by Young incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Young. incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's
fighting through, and he's got space. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Sanders toss left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. I'll toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Called a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check.
Hand off to start the drive, but this is going to wind up being a reverse. And this is not going to work as planned. It'll be blown up behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. You look at this Carolina defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Across midfield inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Check.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
18 Cardinal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll set up to throw. that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Young. It's caught by Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Young. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Young. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, go!
2nd and 9 now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a guts. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he will have a first down here at around the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation? They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The Vikings send out their punter as he's home. First time tonight. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down throw for Young. That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Young throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Young. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Young will set to throw. And it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, it's Young. These guys running back out of the backfield. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Young now. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Out of the gun, it's Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's
so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Be caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Jalen Hurts leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2. Mitts on one and lost him.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Encroachment defense.
Why are we doing this?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Good work that time to get them to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
Yellow, line, Smith, red.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice.
Young on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Young on 1st down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
1st and 10, Young. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Striker, 3-3.
On 2nd down, Young again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Young to throw it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open. situations.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Young working out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Check deep. Check right.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And this one is right through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue.
Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Panther street. Panther street.
Addison will go in motion left. And they're going option play on 3rd down. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Sanders. There's the stiff arm. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
The man in motion left here, Johnson.
Ready?
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Smith red, Smith yellow, opposite, green.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
To throw, Young. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it to Addison. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it is caught. Stiff-armed him. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Addison hauls it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. How about that? Their quarterback, 36 yards. And the Vikings answered back with a touchdown. scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown at the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big two-point conversion attempt.
50 Maverick! 50 Maverick!
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Panthers and Miles Sanders headed out for another drive. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. On play action, Young under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The play fake, now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now a second down throw for Young. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Work out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
52.
Young to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Yellow. Opposite. Green. Black drop. Check pink. Check white.
An option handoff given to Sanders. Shoves him aside. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 109 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
So quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out. But then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Okay,
so now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. And Young's going to throw for this.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Flushed out right.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now 1st and goal.
Check smash, check smash. Ready.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Vikings have yet again retaken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So now Young and the Panthers down by 4, 70 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow, 1. Ready?
Now Young.
It's well upfield across the 45.
Switch red. Switch yellow. Officer. Green.
Young. Loose inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Check right. Blue check.
Here's Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if attacked.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. A huge play at this point in the game. Young to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point splits the uprights, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And he returns this to the 22. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completes this to Jefferson. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
for this. 3rd and 11. Here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
A little juke. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
This will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.